A few months back, this family reached out to me saying they had a special needs daughter and they wanted to get her own dog, possibly to be a service dog. So I called them back and I asked them about their daughter's disability and what type of service dog they'll be needing.
Ashlyn was a totally perfectly healthy, straight A student, cheerleader, active in martial arts her whole life, and did gymnastics, and just really all around, just, you know, active young lady.
1, 2. Do you have a message for Dad? He's coming back on the airplane tonight from Hawaii. Do you have a message for him? Dad is the best dad. Baby dad is my only dad. Yeah.
We travel a lot, and I was traveling to a tournament out in Europe, and Ashlyn was traveling, you know, throughout the wooded area, and we didn't know any better, but somehow she contracted Lyme disease. And when we went back home, we didn't know what was wrong with her. So we went to several doctors to see, hey, you know, she's not feeling really well, and nobody could diagnose her. And of course, when you're in Huntington Beach, nobody really tests for Lyme disease. Over the next couple of years, we finally got her tested, and they've tested her finally for Lyme. And by that time, 2 years into the diagnosis, Lyme disease becomes, you know, quite severe. And it took a really heavy toll on Ashlyn, and her health continued to deteriorate until July 12, 2010. She had this severe anoxic brain injury because she just stopped breathing.
She stopped breathing one night.
And I was fortunate enough to call 911, and we had the, you know, fire department walk me through how to resuscitate her. So during that time, you know, we brought her, you know, back to breathing. They immediately took her to the hospital emergency room and induced her into a coma. Mm-hmm. And then after that, you know, we just watched her seem like, you know, her life was just disappearing, and the doctor said to us, they said, hey, you know, basically she's flatlined and there's no brain waves.
Apparently the doctors told the parents that she's not going to make it. They were thinking about pulling the plug. The parents said, you're not pulling the plug on our daughter. Parents kept fighting, and so did Ashlyn. She started coming out of the coma, and when she came out of it, the doctors said she'll never walk again. Once again, the parents said, don't tell us what our daughter can and can't do. Within a few years, she started making strides to walk again. This told me the daughter is a fighter. That's exactly the kind of person I like to train service dogs for.
Fast forward, you know, 10 plus years later, Ashlyn, we said, hey, Ashlyn, if you could start walking and showing the ability to walk on your own, of course, we always will have, you know, a therapist there to, you know, help prevent any falls. We said, hey, we'll get you a dog. And so that was about 2-3 years ago in 2018. And Ashlyn, you know, every day she shows up. She's always been committed, and though she's, you know, had some severe impairment, she has been able to make tremendous strides.
But the parents said they wanted a big service dog for her, possibly a golden, a lab, labradoodle. But as the conversation went on, I started putting the pieces together, and I told the parents, I don't think a big dog is right for your daughter. You see, a lot of people think that service dogs do the work for you. It's actually quite the opposite. Service dogs are there to assist you, but you need to command the dog. You need to tell the dog what to do and when to do it. And apparently their daughter is not very verbal anymore. She only speaks a very select number of words. And from what I was getting from them is she could not command the dog when she needed to. Because of this, I recommended they get more of a small, emotional support style animal. They could be there for comfort. So the parents talked it over and they both agreed that a small dog was better for her. So this set me out on a mission to find the perfect dog for her. The dog had to be small, but it also had to be hypoallergenic, which throws a major wrench in the gears because finding a small dog that's right for this type of job is hard enough. Finding a small hypoallergenic dog makes it even tougher. And then you have to add in temperament. Is the dog calm? Is it stable? Is the dog good with kids, good with people, good with other dogs? There's so much to consider when finding the right dog. And it also makes it difficult right now because during this COVID period, finding dogs in shelters has become a major challenge. It's almost easier finding a dog at a breeder, which I would never do. Most people don't know the statistics with shelter dogs out there. Every year in America alone, nearly 1 million dogs are euthanized at shelters because they can't find homes. So if you have to question the fact why I prefer getting shelter dogs over breeder dogs, there's your answer. So I knew it was going to be challenging finding the right dog for her, but not as challenging as it became because I was striking out for months. I was going to every shelter in town. I called every rescue in California. I even went to go meet a few dozen dogs, and I thought they were the right dog until they weren't. There was always something about them that wasn't just right for the job. So I reached out to a friend of mine who runs the National Mill Dog Rescue in Colorado, and where she gets most, if not all of her dogs from, are from commercial breeding facilities, also known as puppy mills.
I'm Teresa Strader, founder and executive director of National Mill Dog Rescue. We're the leading organization in the country that solely devotes our mission to rescuing dogs from puppy mills, big commercial breeding farms. Autumn spent the first 3 years of her life in a cage in a dark barn.
Most of these dogs that she gets never saw the light of day their entire lives. Many of them live in buildings with no windows. So when I explained to Teresa exactly the kind of dog I was looking for, Teresa said, "I think I have the dog you need." Well, this is where the rubber meets the road. She's coming out right now, and I'm about to meet the dog that could potentially change this girl's life. There she is.
Oh, she's the best little dog.
Come here. Oh my gosh. Oh. What's her personality like? Is she like mellow? Does she like just whenever she sleeps, she's just, and she wants to be next to you?
Gets up next to you and just falls asleep in like 5 seconds.
That's the perfect.
She's
That's
so
what I'm
sweet.
looking for.
Yeah, it's crazy. She's so sweet.
All right, we'll update you.
Yeah,
Thanks so much.
Yeah. Have a good day, guys.
You too. Within 5 minutes of meeting her, I liked her right away. She was sweet, she was innocent, and she was calm. Those are 3 personality traits that could work out very well for Ashland. Take a load off. We have a long drive back home.
Hi.
Hi. Guess who I got with me in
Do you
my...
have the dog?
I have her.
I just I can't even believe it. I really, honestly, wake up all night thinking about her. She belongs with us. I'm so excited.
I think she's personally going to be perfect for your daughter, but I have a long road of training ahead of me. So, like I said, everything I see so far, I love it. But right now, it's day 1, and I have a long road ahead of me with this little girl. So, let me get to work right away, and let me just do what I got to do with her, and I'll update you every few days, and I'll let you know what I think.
Awesome. So John and I just can't believe it. You have her on your lap, and hopefully she'll be the right dog. Hopefully she'll be ours. So we're excited, and we'll talk to you on Saturday.
Okay, cool. Talk soon. So I brought her back to the ranch, and first things first, let me just let her settle in for a week or so. Hang out, meet the dogs, do nothing, be lazy, be a dog for once in your life. Because pretty soon, she'll be in training for the mission of her life. So during the week that she was settling in, I wasn't just sitting there doing nothing. I was actually evaluating her. I was seeing her little quirks. I could see right away that she was pretty good with other dogs. But the one thing that I liked about her the most was the fact that she didn't spook easy. Meaning when she heard a loud noise, she didn't run away. If she saw something out of the ordinary, unorthodox, she wouldn't be on guard and reluctant to approach whatever the strange object was. She's a confident animal. Confidence cannot be taught. Confidence comes from within. When I saw this, I realized pretty quickly that I think I have the right dog in my possession. There's still no guarantees, but this puts us on the right track. So after spending a week with her, I felt comfortable inviting Ashland and her parents up to the ranch so they can meet this little girl. Ashland, I've got someone for you to meet. You want to come inside? Come inside, come on.
She said, mm-hmm.
Yeah. Here. We're just gonna do this. I've seen it take days, weeks, even months for a dog and a human to bond. What I saw with Ashland and this little Maltese was instant. The moment I put her on her lap, little Maltese crawled up her chest and just kissed her right in the face. That told me everything. This is the right dog for Ashland.
Oh, she's perfect.
You can pet her all you want. She's friendly.
She's adorable.
Yeah, stabilize me.
Oh, she's
Here we go.
just perfect, Ashlyn. Look. She gave you a kiss.
Well, she's settled in perfectly.
Oh, look at you, so precious. We prayed for you for years. Oh, you're so perfect. Look at Ashlyn. Sweet little thing, so tiny.
Yeah, she's pretty mellow too. Wow. That's the best thing about her.
Look at you. Ashlyn's going to treat you so wonderful. You'll be so loved. I think God picked this little dog out for Ashlyn. And she overcame her circumstances, and Ashlyn's overcoming her circumstances and her struggles. Because of you, we have the right dog.
We just got to train her, and that's it.
Well, this is such an exciting new chapter for Ashland. Thank you, Brandon. This is amazing. Look at her.
Thank you.
She's,
No,
I think-
Ashlyn's already very happy with her. Look.
Look at that.
How we discovered the name Autumn is Ashlyn, through her speech therapy, her most challenged area is to recover, is she can say ah and she can say So we went through ideas, and then her trainer, who walks her every day, said, well, autumn, autumn. And we said, oh, Ashlyn can say autumn. And so we asked Ashlyn if she liked the name, and she can nod and say yes. And so since then we've been practicing saying Autumn for Ashlyn, and I think it's a perfect name for her.
Ashland, over the last 6 weeks of training, we've talked about Autumn quite a bit, and we believe that Ashland definitely has a heart for Autumn.
Yeah.
And we, after seeing her first expressions over Autumn and just seeing how she reacted, she's usually still a little apprehensive on touching or showing any body language. The first thing she did, she kind of cuddled up, and Autumn came up and gave Ashlyn a kiss. And I think that this is a match made in heaven so far. So we feel that Ashlyn is going to be, this will add a lot to Ashlyn. It will give her a little more independence for her to be able to have and care for this special dog.
So I asked the parents, what are the most important things that Ashland does on a daily basis? They said obviously riding in her wheelchair, she does that on a daily basis. Apparently they have a custom-made bike where they can actually control it from the back, and Ashland can sit down and she feels like she's riding by herself. And they want the dog to ride in a basket that's connected to the bike. Ashland consistently goes to therapy and doctor appointments as well, and they would love it if the dog was in the room with her. And of course the dog has to be trained to basic obedience. So first things first, I'm going to start training Autumn to the basket so it can be connected to the bike and she can ride around with Ashland. So what I have the parents do is every week I have them send me a t-shirt that Ashland's been wearing all day. The t-shirt has her scent on it. Autumn will slowly but surely get used to that scent over the coming weeks. And then when she finally meets Ashland, she'll know exactly who she is. I'm just gonna take my time here, let her get used to being in there. I don't want her to jump out. Now I'm gonna tether her in because I'm gonna pick up the basket now. And for safety, I don't want her to jump out, so that's why I'm going to use the tethers. Now she's conditioned to be inside the basket for a long period of time. She knew that every time she jumped out, she wouldn't get the reward. So now she has that down, it's time to move on to something just as important, sitting on Ashland's lap as she's riding in a wheelchair. All right, first things first, acclimation. Look at this, brand new object, not scary. You will be having fun in this thing in no time at all. So all I'm gonna do is just get her around it, let her know there's all kinds of moving parts, things that make noises, they move, just so there's no surprises with her as the process moves along. Good. All right, so now I gotta show her movement of the wheelchair. Move it just a little bit, good, perfect. And we're gonna move it a little bit right, oh, and a little bit left. Good, nice. And she's not actually flinching whatsoever. She's not even noticing the wheelchair, which is exactly what I want to see. Good. I just want her to be able to eventually sit on Ashlyn's lap and sit there and comfort her. Good, nice. Now she understands the basic fundamentals of what a wheelchair is. It's time to put her in my lap and connect all the pieces. So I put her in my lap and right away I start giving her treats. I let her know this is the sweet spot. From there, I just move the wheelchair 1 inch. I see she's good with it, I reward her. And a few more inches, and a few more, until eventually we're just riding around. I'm moving left, I'm moving right, I'm moving backwards, I'm moving around in circles. Autumn does not care one bit. Autumn has a very stable personality. Autumn is built for this. So now she has the basic fundamentals of the wheelchair down, it's time to condition her. So day after day, I took her around the city. I went to coffee shops, cafes, sidewalks, crowds of people, parking lots, everywhere that her and Ashland might go. And the entire time, all I'm doing is I'm watching Autumn. I'm making sure that she's okay with every situation. Is she scared? Does she have anxiety? Is she spooking? I saw nothing of the sort. She's very stable, she's a confident little animal, and she's perfect for the job. And of course, the whole time she's at the ranch, we worked on her obedience. The most important thing for me is that she's a well-mannered dog that listens. And just like that, I look at the calendar. 6 weeks has gone by. Autumn is ready to finally go home. As I'm walking to their front door, I was thinking to myself that I've done this same walk hundreds of times before. And the same thing goes through my mind every time. Did I do everything I possibly could for this dog? Did I leave no stone unturned? Did I train her to the best of my ability? Those questions are about to be answered right now.
Hello! Oh my gosh. Hey, how are
Surprise.
you? Oh, this is beautiful. Hey, Autumn, how are you? Hello, Autumn. Hello. Hey,
Ashlyn, I got something for you. Someone wants to meet you. You want to hold her?
Oh, she gave the
wanna
eyes
hold her?
up. She gave the eyes up. Yep.
Well, she's got a smile going too.
Yep.
Yes.
Look at that, baby girl.
You can hold her. You can hold her.
Oh,
Wait, there's the kiss. All right.
there you go. There you go.
There's the kiss.
There you go, Autumn. Oh, there's
This
a
is your forever companion. She said yes.
yes. This is
That's Autumn, surprise. This is your forever companion, Ashland.
hey, Autumn. She knows who you are, Ashland. How are you, Autumn?
She's yours. She said yes.
As I stood back and let them all have their moment together, I looked around and I saw this family was very prepared for a new dog in their life. There was water bowls all over the house. They had a sign on the gate that said, "Keep gate closed for the dog." This family was ready. They were proving to me that they wanted this. They wanted this for them, but more importantly, they wanted this for Ashland. So I let them all finish having their moment, and then I reminded them that we have a lot of work to do. So we got right to it.
Got it.
You got this,
Autumn's
Ashland.
enjoying the ride.
There you are, Ash. Taking your dog for a ride.
Keep it going, princess. You're doing amazing. You got it, baby girl.
We worked together vigorously throughout the day for hours. But the one moment for me that changed everything was when Ashlyn started having an episode. She was panicking, she was screaming, and her arms were flailing. As I'm watching this, my eyes instantly go to Autumn because I want to see how Autumn is handling this, how she's dealing with this episode that Ashlyn's having. Autumn wasn't fazed at all. Ashlyn's parents were trying to calm her down, and a few minutes went by and Ashlyn was not calming down. There were moments it was actually getting worse. So I picked Autumn up and I asked the parents to let me do something really quick. I put Autumn on Ashlyn's chest, and within 3 seconds, Ashlyn calmed down. Autumn did exactly her job.
She's yours. She's here to make you feel better, Ashland. To say everything's gonna be okay. Even if you're in pain, she's with you, okay?
And then you got, yes, you got the.
Autumn did exactly what she's there for For decades now, it's been proven through research that dogs actually calm people down in panic attacks, anxiety. Dogs lower blood pressure. There are so many health benefits that dogs offer. And this is one of those situations that proved it right there. When I saw that, that was enough for me. It was time to say my goodbyes.
So what do you think? You can deal with this?
Yes, we can.
We love
We're up
it.
for the assignment.
So you want her?
We
want her.
absolutely.
How about you, Ashlyn?
Ashlyn, do you want her? Yes.
Yeah?
Ashlyn, I'm gonna have you hold Autumn. Keep her nice and safe. That's your job, okay? Keep her so safe.
Whoa.
Ashlyn, look at Ashlyn.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You ready?
You ready, Ash?
For me, this is special for a number of reasons. Number one, Autumn gets to fulfill her mission in life now. She came from a horrific situation, and now she's fulfilling a very important mission in life. But what makes it even more special is off camera, Kelly pulled me aside and she showed me a chalkboard that has not been erased in almost 3 years now. And what was written on that chalkboard, it'll cut your heart out. It was the goals that Ashlyn had to fulfill to get a dog. Well, she fulfilled all those things, and she finally has her dog. People always ask me why I do what I do. I could give you 100 reasons. The one that pops up right now is in 2011, I was this close to committing suicide. My dog was one of the reasons I didn't. So the way I figure it, dogs saved my life. I'm just returning the favor.
Isn't that awesome? Look at you, Ashlyn.
Good girl, Autumn. Come on.
All right, everyone, thanks for joining me on this very emotional journey. If you liked what you've seen today, go ahead and hit like and subscribe down below. And if you know somebody looking for a service dog, go ahead and put their information in the comment section down below. I'm Brandon McMillan. Thanks for watching.